Welcome to Optimal Timelines. My name is Sean, and this is going to be your monthly Tarotscope reading for July 2023 for your North Node by sign and house. Now, if you're new to my channel, the reason I use the North Node in readings as opposed to your Sun, Moon, or Ascendant sign is that it's recognized in astrology that your North Node is your North Star. It's your soul path. It's what you're here to learn and experience in this lifetime. So it's much more relevant to your life than your Sun, Moon, or Ascendant sign. In addition, you have much more in common with those that share your North Node as opposed to your Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. Now, this is a big month this month because the collective North Node is changing from North Node in Taurus, South Node Scorpio into North Node in Aries, South Node in Libra, and that's going to take place on July 17th. So the whole collective, this affects everybody, and there are going to be some separate videos that I'm going to shoot out the middle of this month that's going to cover what each North Node is learning for this particular nodal shift that's going to take place on July 17th. But for now, this is going to be your monthly Tarotscope reading. While I'm shuffling, I want to invite you to take some deep breaths, relax, close your eyes if you wish, and open up your heart and mind to any information that could be relevant to you. So I'm going to connect to the energies and then we can begin. I call upon my spirit guides and my guardians and the wisdom of my ancestors to bring forth the information that's true and correct for all who see this reading, that it may bring them the most beautiful, happy life possible and set them on their most optimal future timeline. So may it be. Okay, so this is going to be your monthly Tarotscope reading for July 2023 for everybody with their North Node in Scorpio and or the 8th house. Okay, so the spread on this side of the table represents the first half of the month from the 1st to the 15th, and then this side represents the second half of the month from the 16th on. Now, your overall theme card is the Five of Swords. And what I'm seeing is this month there's going to be a situation that you're dealing with that is either from the past or something that's going to come up. And it's a situation that has to do with kind of like either feeling defeated or dealing with a situation that might have, to be honest with you, been, gotten kind of nasty and not pleasant, like dealing with someone or people or a situation that's kind of like, there could be like, envy and jealousy involved, or just like, you know, a negative situation. Ugly things could have been said. And as I said, it could be in the past and could be coming up again, or it could be something like new that we're dealing with. And there's a reason for that. Your timeline cards in the first half of the month are the Justice card, you've got the World reversed, and you've got the King of Cups. Now, what I'm seeing is this situation could be anything from something that seems like it could come for each of you somewhere different. Like it could come from like a work situation, it could come a family situation, a relationship situation, and even a legal situation, something to do with the legality. But the bottom line is it's something that is going to seem like it's either like one or both parties are not going to seem like it's fair to them. Okay. So we're dealing with fairness and equality, okay, or something like legal, okay. Remember, with your North Node in Scorpio or the 8th house, what you're doing in this lifetime is you are delving into the more psychological and complexity of life and situations, because this is something that's not desirable to most of you, because with your Taurus South Node or Taurus in the 2nd house, you desire kind of like straightforwardness, simplicity, things that are not super complex and convoluted and sticky situations and dramatic situations. But you're being asked in this lifetime to learn to deal with the complexities and the stickiness, if you will, of life. Okay. Now, so with that, whatever this situation is, where I see it going for you is, um, I, I see a lot of you are going to get it and be able to navigate this, even if it's on a small scale. It's like almost like I feel like some of you might just kind of dip your toes into it. And even if you don't fully solve the situation, it's like you're going to at least get in there and try, okay? The World card reversed is one of the tarot cards, like the Sun and like the Star card. When it's reversed, it's also positive, but it's like a energy that is delayed. Okay, so I think that there is success that's like right around the corner. All you have to do is just kind of make the right moves according to your, North Node. Now, what are the right moves? Okay, you have the King of Cups here. And really what this is because your North Node is in Scorpio, which is a water sign like Cups here, okay? Um, this is saying that the way out of this is through emotional intelligence. And it's emotional intelligence as we move forward, especially into the more modern age where we're dealing with AI and we're dealing with high technology. Emotional intelligence is going to become more and more valuable to us as humans, because it's something that can never be replicated by machines or computers. And I feel like this is an opportunity for, you to do that. So whatever this situation is, as I said, you want to approach it. You want to, first of all, the two steps are engage with it, engage with the situation, instead of like saying like, don't do the Taurus South Node and say, this is just, I can't deal with this. I'm out. Peace out. Because you need to deal with it. Okay. But when you deal with it, you want to deal with it with an emotional maturity of looking at it from the highest emotional standpoint you can. Okay. And what's going to help you? Okay. Your two advice cards are, you have the 7 of Pentacles and you've got the 3 of Cups reversed. Now, first, the advice for the 7 of Pentacles. This is where your South Node in Taurus or the 2nd house is going to come up as a gift, because this is saying what's going to help you with emotional intelligence is be patient with it. So, as a quick example, let's say there's this sticky situation you're dealing with that you're really feeling like you're over it, like this is just too dramatic and I don't want to deal with this and it's ugly and blah, 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 right? But you kick into your Taurus patience and you say, okay, you take some deep breaths, you say, okay, I'm going to be patient. And you take the emotional, high road with emotional intelligence and you say, okay, I'm going to unravel all this. I'm going to take some deep breaths and I'm going to deal with it. So you're showing patience. That is a win right there. The other side here with the reverse 3 of Cups is, this is saying that you want to make sure that you're not being triggered by those around you. Because the 3 of Cups is normally a cup, a card of like celebration. This is cups, like we're celebrating, but it's also a card of close interaction. with people, okay? Close emotional interaction. And what you want to do is you don't want to um, fuel any outside energy with, like, let's say, telling everybody about this situation. You kind of want to, like, this is like an internal personal job, the way you want to handle this, because what I'm feeling like is that if you get a lot of other people involved emotionally in it, it's going to make it even more complex. And it's almost like the feeling I'm getting is like throwing like gasoline on a fire, you know. And so that's what you don't want to do. But have patience with it and deal with it with, emotional, maturity. But the key word is actually like deal with it, whether it be a situation with a group, or on a personal level, or something legal. And for each of you, you're on like different paths. You all have different charts. So it's going to be slightly different, but this is going to happen in some shape or form the first 2 weeks of July. Okay. It's just going to play out slightly different for each of you. But the advice is the same, is the way out is that taking that emotional high road and being able to, delve into that. To give you just a quick example before we move on is what do I mean by emotional maturity? Okay. When most of us can agree that when a person is having really tough issues emotionally and mentally, what do? They go and they talk to a counselor, a psychologist, or, therapist. Okay. And the therapist's job is to listen to the situation with an emotional maturity, meaning that they're not um, getting involved emotionally per se, but they also have a good therapist or a counselor has, their heart open, like they're not callous, but they're also kind of taking that higher emotional maturity in order to help the individual. That's what you have to do in this situation, is kind of take that higher road. And it's not going to be easy because you happen to be involved in it. Okay. But your patience, and that you do have a natural gift of emotional maturity that you have to tap into. It's just something that, maybe hasn't been like used a whole lot, where you've had to deal with, um, you know, like really intense or dramatic situations. But some of you have, and so that's what this is saying. Now, moving on to the second half of the month, your timeline cards are Strength reversed, the Ace of Cups reversed, and the King of Swords. And what this is saying is, the way this is going to play out is, when you get to the second half of the month, I feel like a lot of you are going to do a really good job in dealing with this, because you're not going to run away from it. But how it could leave you feeling is, it could leave you feeling a little drained and misused, and like kind of some of your strength sapped, because that's what drama feels like to you. It's like it sucks your energy, and you're just like, I don't want to put energy into this. Okay. So you could feel that way. And then also a little bit emotionally drained. But what I feel like is going to happen is, at some time in the 2 weeks, for the last 2 weeks of the month, it's almost like there's going to come a point where you're going to be like, okay, look, I faced this situation. Okay, this is one of your advice cards. Okay, I faced this, the Seven of Wands. I faced it, and I faced it courageously. I didn't run away from it. Okay, I was able to face it. And again, a card of facing a situation. The Knight of Swords. You charged into it, okay, and you handled it. And the end result is that you get the King of Swords, which is this higher intellect. It's like a detached intellect You still have heart, because look at the two kings here. You've got the King of Swords and the King of Cups. And what this is saying is this is a balance. The way you balance water, cups, is with fire and air. The way you balance air is with earth and water, okay? In this case, so we have a water-air type of a balance. So the end result of this, at the end of the day, when you're able to navigate this, is you're like, you know what? I faced it, I handled it, and you're going to come out a stronger person for it. So that's what I want to tell you, because look, when you, with your Taurus South Node or South Node in the second house, it's all about, okay, like, what do I get out of it? Like, what of value is it for me? The value is, after you do this, you're getting ahead in your life on your path. Like, you're going to feel stronger, as opposed to, and this seems counterintuitive, because what the natural reaction is, if I just avoid this whole thing and I just walk away, I'm not going to deal with it. It's not going to sap my energy, and I'm going to feel better about things. But in essence, that's actually not true. When you come into the situation and you engage in it, you actually are going to come out stronger emotionally and mentally. That's what this is saying. So yeah, like, this is a really interesting situation, and that's what this test is. I gave you the keys in dealing with it, and you know, I'm not going to say it's not going to be easy, because our natural inclinations are always to fall back in our comfort zone, which is our South Node by sign and house. It's our natural inclination. So it's not going to be easy to do, but when you do it and you finally kind of get over that hump and that hill, the end result is going to be really great for you. So anyway, I hope this reading was helpful to you and you found some value in it. Thank you so much for watching. If you could hit that like button, it would really help, because it helps the algorithms. And if you would like a personal reading, because this is a general reading here, right? If you'd like a personal reading and for me to look at your own personal natal chart, um, there's a link in the description box below. We can give you some more information on it on my website, and we can help you there. Also, if you could reach out to me in the comments, just say hi if you have any questions. I'd love to answer it. That also helps the algorithms. But again, thanks for watching. Make it a great month. Be strong and rise to that higher level. We'll see you on some more videos. Many blessings.